Hello class, welcome to week 10 of BUAD 301. I just want to let you know it was nice seeing everybody last week during week 9 for our second in-class writing assignment. So this week we're going to look into some things that make for a great presentation. Now that you have your group project coming up and you're probably working with your group every other week or so, getting together, working on your group project, maybe some of you are even practicing, it's now time to start looking at what makes for a good presentation. So as you continue to meet with your group and prepare for that recorded oral presentation you need to turn in, it's really important to make sure you have a good understanding of what makes for a great presentation. Since you will most likely be presenting during your job out of college, it's important to make sure that you really build a solid foundation on not only just preparing for a presentation, but executing an excellent presentation. When you get your first job out of college, or maybe some of you even have this experience already, you're going to see that in a lot of job requirement fields, you're going to have to present, whether it's to a couple people, maybe just one person, maybe to a group of people, or maybe even to your CEO, whatever it may be. You need to have an established foundation of how to prepare and present a presentation. So for tasks to complete this week, I want you to watch this weekly class video and then also read chapter 11 in your textbook. In addition, review the Speaks grading rubric. We're going to discuss it a bit more during week 11. And if you scroll up to the top of the class, you're going to see up here, this is the Speaks grading rubric, and this is what I'm going to be grading you on when I watch your presentation, that recorded video you're turning in. So remember, Speak stands for structure, personal appearance, eye contact, articulation, kinetics, and slides. Do keep in mind that for eye contact, I'm a little bit more lenient on this section since you are going to be recording it on whether it's a camera or a smartphone, but it's going to be recorded on a digital file. I'm going to be a little bit more lenient with the eye contact because it's not going to be the same thing as being in class and presenting to your classmates. This is something that it may be a little bit awkward at first since maybe a lot of you haven't recorded a presentation in front of a camera. So with eye contact, I will be a little lenient. Please remember, for your presentation, you have to dress in a business casual attire. That's what I'm going to be looking at, your personal appearance as well too. The structure, make sure to read all 4 of these sections to see what is excellent, what is good, what is average, and what is poor. And when you are presenting and you're using your PowerPoint, make sure your PowerPoint shows in the background of your video. And keep in mind, if you use a smartphone to record your presentation, if you're watching it back on your smartphone, it may be a little different when you're watching it, thinking, oh, you know what, it looks a little small, we can't see the presentation. But don't be too concerned, because when I grade these videos, I actually connect it to my Apple TV and watch it on my big screen. So I'm watching it on a good sized television where I will be able to see your presentation, how you guys are dressed, how you guys are speaking, your body language, and etc. So just make sure to go over the Speaks grading rubric. This is for oral presentations. And then next week we're going to be talking about it a little bit more in detail and watching some videos on this as well. So let's go back down to week 10. In addition, this week, I want you to watch the 5 TED Talk videos, how to make a great presentation. There is a playlist that TED Talks created with 5 videos, and this playlist has these following videos here. The first one is by Nancy Duarte, The Secret Structure of Great Talks. This is a good video to watch to help you really build a foundation on how to create a great talk, on what people look for, how to gain people's attention. The next video to watch is by David McCandless, and that's The Beauty of Data Visualization. Remember, when you're presenting, you may be presenting some data on the screen. Well, how do you visualize this data? How do you present it? What are things you need to know in order to make it look good? And then Chris Anderson discusses Ted's secret to great public speaking. This is a great video because a lot of people may be nervous with public speaking. Public speaking isn't something that comes natural because 99% of us don't grow up in an environment where we're speaking in front of groups of people. So this is something that takes a lot of practice and commitment in order to become great at. And then Julian Treasure discusses how to speak so that people want to listen. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Even as a professor, when I'm lecturing, I always try to base my lectures on things where people will want to listen. This is why I show videos. I may have you complete some writing assignments. I really try to mix things up so that way I can make sure that when I am speaking, you're going to want to listen. And then last but not least, Simon Sinek, How Great Leaders Inspire Action. This more so talks about a powerful model for inspirational leadership. This is a great video to watch because it really gives you an idea of how great leaders became. It talks about the Wright brothers, Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. It also talks about Apple and why they're so successful. So it's a really great video to watch and see how he uses his body language, how he uses the presentation right here that he's writing on. And you're going to see that this is a great speaker. So really take those points into consideration. So make sure to watch these 5 videos because your email number 2 assignment is going to be dependent on those 5 videos. So your following task for this week is to complete email number 2 assignment. It's a presentation email and it's worth 10 points. And it's due by the end of this week, Sunday, October 29th at 11:55 p.m. So let's go ahead and take a look at this assignment. So make sure to watch the playlist of the 5 TED Talk videos on how to make a great presentation. That's the link that we just went over, and I inserted it here again. Choose one video which stood out to you the most. On or before Sunday, October 29th, 11:55 p.m., send an email to me. I want you to explain to me in 2 paragraphs the following. Paragraph 1, why this video stood out to you and how it connected to you personally. Paragraph 2, how you plan to implement what was discussed in your personal life, academic studies, or career. Remember, this is an email you're sending to me, so it can be written in first-person point of view. This email should be professional, include a proper salutation. For example, dear Dr. Papulius, or hello Dr. P, or hi Professor, some kind of salutation to really open up the email to make it more presentable and more professional. Be creative with the subject line. Stay away from using BUAD 301 or email assignment number 2 in your subject line. I don't want to see any of this. What I want to see is something that connects to what you wrote in your email. Maybe one of the videos you watched was Simon Sinek's on How Great Leaders Inspire Action, and you're talking about how the Apple story was a great inspiration to your personal life. For Apple and how they started making iPods and iPhones, etc. So maybe your subject line could be something along the lines like how Apple has opened my eyes. Something that's creative that applies to what you wrote. Late emails will not be accepted. And reminder, you do not upload anything on Titanium. Your assignment is graded by the email you send to your professor. So again, here, this assignment does not require you to submit anything online. The only thing you need to do is send me an email completing email number 2. So again, if you have any questions for this week, please feel free to contact me. All my contact information, again, is up here at the top of Titanium. Remember, I'm available 7 days a week, you guys, even on Saturday, even on Sunday. I know a few of you may work during the week. Maybe Saturday is the day you spend with your family, and Sunday you start working, and now all of a sudden you need to put together an email in half a day. So if you need to call me, please call me, text me, whatever it is. I'm here to help you guys. I want you to learn, and I'm really really adamant about being open for you guys to call me on the weekends or even text me. So again, any questions, reach out to me whatsoever. I'm here to help you, and I wish you guys all the best of luck this week. And again, it was wonderful seeing you guys all last week. Take care and enjoy your week.